Hello, everyone. Welcome to Best Practices for Creating On-Demand Virtual Services. I'm Pamela Deason, Head of DevOps Product Marketing, and I have here with me Karl Miller, Client Services Consultant and expert for service virtualization.
Hey, Pam, happy to be here.
So tell me, Karl, in your expert opinion, what are some of the most important best practices for creating on-demand virtual services?
I got 5 primary ones of those. One is naming conventions. Include the application name and the version number in the virtual service name. That way, it automatically identifies what it's being used for. Also, there's a virtual service description field that can be used. And that should have the name, the application, the version, any comments that in there. And both of those can be accessed through our APIs so that when you're finished if you created a virtual service, say with RR pairs or whatever, you can run a automated script to download that, look at the virtual service name, see what application and version, and store it in the source control management system along with the application, which of course comes to my next point. Store the virtual service with the application in your source control management system. That way you've got it there for testing, break fix, etc. Allows you to associate those much more efficiently. Next, automation. We've got APIs for using all sorts of things, doing everything with our virtual services. We've got APIs for creating, deploying, controlling, resetting, managing think time, those kind of things. And those APIs allow you to automate all of this. Automate it and take away the manual pieces of it, and allows you and your teams to execute faster in their sprints and deliver business value more quickly with better quality. Next, virtualize your test cases. Be careful about building business logic. The system is extensible, very extensible, much so more than any other type of technology, and allows you to do that if needed, but concentrate on your test cases. You can add more test cases as needed, but build your virtual service with the test cases you have. Last is use a sandbox VSE for development and debugging of virtual services, especially those that are going to be for performance testing. That way, when you deploy them up to your performance VSE, you know they're going to work better. And allows you to keep the logging level on those performance VSEs and functional VSEs at a higher level, which makes them more efficient.
That was great information, Karl. Now, can you share some of the best practices around the enabling technologies and processes?
There's 3 main ones. One is our virtual service catalog. You download this. It's a component, comes with your licenses. You can download it from our site, hook it into your enterprise dashboard, and it allows you to show out to anyone interested because it's basically read-only. They can't mess with anything. All the virtual services that are there, it allows them to inspect them, see what the requests and responses are, see where they are right now. If they're running, they can download the MAR file from that and use it on their own if it fits exactly what they need. Like say it's a legacy service and it's used throughout the corporation. Or if they see something that almost sort of fits, but it needs a little tweaking, they can download it and then make it their own, modify it. This is going to really allow for reuse among the teams and speed up that so they don't have to write everything from scratch. The next technology, whatever source control and management tool you're using, if you're using artifact repositories also, use those to hold your virtual services. Have a folder in with the application virtual service assets, and that can have all of your virtual service assets, not just MAR files, because with our V3 APIs, you can use our VSM, VSI, and config files. so that you can modify the config files for various uses if need be. We can also have different data files for data-driven virtual services. So you can store all those with the application in your source control management system. And artifact repositories could be used for MAR files of legacy services that never change, are always going to be on some same port or whatever, so that you can deploy those out. And last is continuous integration tools or automation, something like Jenkins, GitLab pipelines, anything like that. Anything that can use a REST API. We do have a Jenkins plugin, since that's the most widely used tool. However, all it does is call our APIs. So that they allow you to bring up virtual service environment, deploy virtual services out and run whatever you need and then undeploy them as needed. So you could have a Jenkins pipeline that, say, if you're using containers, some kind of container thing, Kubernetes, Docker, it creates a container with a virtual service environment, hooks that virtual service environment to an existing registry, loads the virtual services they need, and brings it up. And then another pipeline brings it down when they need it. And this could all be self-serve, so that whoever's the center of excellence for service virtualization, they don't have to be that involved with it. You can make this self-service, and that's going to, once again, allow teams to work with better velocity and better quality at the same time. Those are my three technologies tools that I recommend the most. And those are our primary virtual service best practices.
So thank you, Karl, for everything you've shared today. This concludes our video, but I just want to remind everyone this is one video in a series of videos around best practices for our DevOps products. You can find all of them on YouTube by searching Broadcom DevOps Best Practices. I appreciate you joining, and I hope you find this and our other videos helpful. Bye for now.